All right, as you can see, I'm just putting in some of my sourdough into my boiling vitamin D milk for this simple and easy little treat. All right, and I have my last little piece. I just kind of started to tear those up into our hot boiling milk. I'm gonna go straight on in with our pure cane granulated sugar. I'm gonna go in with about 3 cups of that sugar with our vitamin D milk and our loaf of bread. I used just under a gallon of that milk and a full loaf of sourdough bread with our sugar. Perfect. All right, and then I'm gonna go in with some vanilla extract, and we're just gonna go with a touch. I don't wanna try and get it on the bread, so it just soaks up into those, but you can try and kind of float those around. All right, and we're just gonna continue to let that kind of soak. All right, and then I'm just gonna go right on in and just try and submerge our sourdough bread into our milk. With their sugar and vanilla. I saw this recipe and I just knew I had to make it. It sounded so delicious and super, super easy too. So we're gonna go ahead and let that ride. All right, it's been about 5 minutes. I'm gonna go in with 4 eggs on top of our sourdough, milk, sugar, and vanilla extract, just like so. All right, now that we have our eggs in there, we just wanna make sure that they get incorporated. Ooh, and see how it's starting to thicken up? Ooh, that is looking good. All right, I'm gonna come in with my immersion blender. And I did turn this off, our heat, and I'm just gonna start by going right in, off heat, getting everything well incorporated. Woo! Okay, now that we have this all pureed, I'm gonna go in with our colander, and I have a bowl right underneath, and we're just gonna start to strain all that out. Perfect. Slow and steady wins the race. All right, now that we have that beautifully strained, I'm gonna bring in my little tin 13 by 9, and I have these darling little glass, kind of small meal prep little guys, and I'm gonna bring 5 of those in, just like so. I have our ladle, and what we're gonna do is just ladle our bread, kind of custard-like, right into each one of our little meal prep little guys, just like so, so that we can have these individual little treats for all of our friends and family. Oh my God, it smells so good. It smells just like French toast too, with that vanilla, the sugar, our bread, and then of course, our milk. All right, we'll get the rest of these nice and filled. All right, now that we have those, I just filled them just under halfway, just so that, you know, we don't want them to overexpand. I'm gonna come in with our water, and what I'm gonna do is just go very gently and fill our 13 by 9, just like so. And you wanna make sure that that water does not get into those little single serves. And I went in with about 4 cups of that water. Perfect. All right, I'm gonna bring in a sheet pan because we don't want these to fall. Do quick transfer before we pop these into the oven for about 30-45 minutes at 350. Oh my goodness, these look incredible. We just wanna be super, super careful. All right, now that we pull those out of the oven, I'm gonna bring in my little cute little display board, and I'm gonna go in with some tongs because these are super, super hot. We're just gonna remove them from their little bath. I'm gonna start placing our little delicious milk bread custards right onto our board, just like so. We left these in for about an hour. Oh, and they look and smell so delicious. I'm just gonna start by placing those right there. Beautiful. Okay, now that we have these all plated up, we cannot forget the one and only Ready Whip. I'm gonna go right on top, just a little. The dogs go super crazy. Look at we have one right here. We're gonna go with some Ready Whip on top of our delicious little bread pudding custard, and then I have some sugar and cinnamon. We're just gonna go right over top, just to add, you know, a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of earthy from that cinnamon. I mean, I think those look absolutely darling. I'm gonna go right on in. Oh, my mouth is absolutely watering. Oh, that is looking tasty. All right, let's give this a try. It's gonna be super, super hot, so be careful. Ooh, it's like a flan, kind of bread pudding, porridge, custard almost. Really, really good. You gotta try it.